A warm greeting. Today is Monday, October 2, 2023. This is meteorologist Ruben Garcia. In this video, I will provide an update on the forecast related to Tropical Storm Philippe, which has just entered the island of Barbuda. At the time of recording this video, it is 6:15 in the evening. The center of circulation is currently located over Barbuda, but the strongest activity of precipitation and winds remains to the east and southeast of the circulation due to strong shear winds from the west that continue to affect Tropical Storm Philippe. It currently maintains maximum sustained winds of 50 miles per hour, but fortunately, the most active tropical storm conditions will remain just east of the Caribbean as it continues its northwestward movement. A tropical storm warning remains in effect for the islands of Barbuda and Antigua. It is important to mention that Tropical Storm Philippe will not directly affect the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico. Nevertheless, this system has generated heavy showers on some of the islands in the central Lesser Antilles, including St. Lucia, Martinique, Dominica, and Guadeloupe. Heavy showers have been recorded in the last 12 hours, and according to the Doppler radar image from Barbados, we can see that this rain continues to affect the region and will continue throughout tonight and Tuesday morning. This precipitation will then move towards areas north of the Lesser Antilles over the next 24 to 36 hours. The potential for flooding continues for the next 2 to 3 days. In the visible satellite animation, we can clearly see the center of circulation moving directly over Barbuda during the afternoon today. Throughout the day, it has remained exposed to the northwest of the most active area of winds and rain. As you know, the movement of Tropical Storm Philippe has been somewhat erratic, but since yesterday afternoon, we have generally seen a west-northwestward movement with an increasingly northwestern component. This will prevent the center of circulation from passing near the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico, despite some changes in a more westward trajectory. Specialized trajectory models have a good consensus that it will continue moving northwestward over the next 48 hours and should be passing about 200 miles northeast of Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands. Because Tropical Storm Philippe has remained relatively weak during the day due to shear winds, all specialized intensity models keep it as a tropical storm for the next 5 to 7 days. There have been no significant changes in the forecast from the National Hurricane Center. A northwest-northward movement is forecasted for the next 3 to 4 days, followed by a north-northeastward movement over open waters of the Atlantic. At the moment, it appears that Tropical Storm Philippe will not be a threat to Bermuda. However, they are within the cone of uncertainty, so it is important to stay alert to any changes in the forecast over the next few days. If we look at the latest projections from the best global models, here we have the GFS model with a trajectory passing very close to the northeast of the Lesser Antilles. Tropical storm winds would remain over the waters of the Atlantic. The European model's forecast is very similar. In this case, it shows some tropical storm force winds affecting the islands of Barbuda and Antigua, but they would not reach the Virgin Islands or Puerto Rico. The German model agrees with this forecast. That trajectory over or very close to the northern Lesser Antilles, perhaps directly affecting the island of Anguilla with winds between 35 to 45 miles per hour. And more than the wind, the most significant effects associated with Tropical Storm Philippe will be the rain, which is expected to continue over the next 72 hours, affecting the northern half of the Lesser Antilles. Additional rainfall accumulations of 2 to 4 inches are estimated for the Virgin Islands, and 1 to 2 inches of rain for eastern Puerto Rico until next Wednesday. Well, that's all for the Tropical Storm Philippe forecast update. The most important thing is that if you live in the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and the Dominican Republic, be aware that the center of circulation will continue its trajectory to the northeast of the region without direct effects on the area. For our followers in the northern Lesser Antilles, be prepared for some rainy days that could cause some flooding. We hope that Tropical Storm Philippe does not cause significant damage. Well, with that, I bid farewell, and I will update you on this forecast tomorrow afternoon. See you later.